What's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some 10 easy ways that you could save money today. Let's jump in. First, make your coffee or tea at home. When I go out into town and run errands or just go about my day, I rarely ever will stop and go through a drive-thru and get myself a cup of tea or some other type of drink. Instead, I'll make sure in my fridge that I'm stocked up on my Tazo chai tea, or I'll have my husband make me like a decaf latte, or I'll do like a peach tea or like a sun tea or something that I've made at home. One, you save a bunch of money that way, and two, you get to use reusable cups, which to me is just a win-win. The only time that my husband and I will stop and go through like a drive-thru is if we're with friends or if we're like on a trip. So when we go on road trips, usually we'll stop and get like a Starbucks or something at least once during the trip. And most of the time it's just me because my husband just makes his own lattes anyway. Additionally, I am someone who, one of my favorite pastimes is going and sitting in like a local coffee shop and just chilling, you know, bringing a book, bringing something to work on. It's so fun and I just love the atmosphere. But I do that as a treat, or I'll do it like I'm gonna go meet up with a friend, or I'll do it like I'm gonna go to this coffee shop and work on something, so I'll get a drink. But I'll only do that like once every couple weeks, maybe once a week, depending on what I'm doing. So making your coffee and tea at home, making that extra little step really does save you a lot of money in the long run. Secondly, make a grocery list before you go to the grocery store. I know for me, if I am hungry or I don't make a list, I will spend way more than I anticipated when going to the grocery store. And I do not like wasting food. I hate it when something goes bad in the fridge because we didn't eat it and then I'll have to throw it away. It's just like, So I try to only get things that we're going to actually be able to eat for the week. And making a list really helps. So if during the week, if I notice we're out of something, maybe we ran out of butter, I'll just jot it down on our grocery list. That way it's off my mind, I already know that we need that, and the next time I do a grocery order or go to the grocery store, I can order that thing. Secondly, before I make a grocery list for the week, I'll go through our fridge, I'll go through our cabinets and see if there's anything I can use to make meals out of. That way I'm starting to use what we have first, rather than letting that go to waste, and that I'm way more intentional to make a solid list. The third way to save money today is to take your bike or walk. Now this doesn't apply to everyone. It doesn't really apply to us because we live in the country and it's like pretty far to the nearest town. If you lived in the city or if you lived in the suburbs, I feel like this would be a lot more applicable to you. And secretly, I would love if we could take our bike more places. But if you can, try it out. Maybe you'll like it and you save money on gas and you get a little bit of exercise. So you're welcome. Number 4 is bring your own water. My husband and I strongly dislike paying for water. Like, that's why we always pack our own water. So we have like, I don't know, 5 reusable water jugs. And if we go on road trips, we'll just fill them all up, keep them in the car. If you go somewhere that maybe has a water fountain, you can refill them up before you get to your destination. But I hate being thirsty and having to pay for water, or having to go through a drive-thru just to get water and you're just using like a plastic cup because you didn't plan in advance. Don't buy water, bring your own water. Number 5 is ask a friend or family member before buying something. Sometimes there are things that we need, but we will only use them once. For example, maybe you need like an outfit or something for a special event, or maybe you need some like kitchen utensil or something that you think your friend or your parents might have an extra one that they wouldn't mind giving you. But I've realized that sometimes when I just, I need that thing, I'm gonna buy it, and maybe I didn't really use it that much or didn't actually need it, or I could have just borrowed it. I think we can actually save a lot more money in the long run if we just think a little bit and be a little bit more intentional to ask or borrow before we buy something. I hope that makes sense. Number 6 is use what you have. I'm guilty of this. I would consider myself maybe slightly a perfectionist, and I like to have things organized. I like to have things color-coded. I like to have the right color, perfect little thing to match this and that, when sometimes it's unhealthy because something is perfectly fine. For example, dish towels. I've had the same dish towels since we got married, which is coming up on 5 years. and they're kind of stained. Don't really like the color anymore. Doesn't really go with our decor, but they're perfectly fine dish towels. And so I have in the past been like, oh, I need new dish towels. So instead of spending $20, $30, $40, $50 on new dish towels, why don't I just use the ones I have until I can't use them anymore? Even if they're not cute anymore, even if they're not perfect anymore, that's okay, they're functional. So that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to be more intentional about that because usually I'm just trying to replace something with something new that actually isn't a need. So there's a time and a place to do that, but I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional about that one. The 7th way you can save money today is to cancel a subscription you don't use. There's so many things, $10 a month, $5 a month, $30 a month, whatever. Just think about it. Are you actually using it? Do you use it on a daily, weekly basis? Are you getting enough value out of that subscription to where it makes sense for you to keep paying it? If not, cancel it. What are you waiting for? Because yeah, maybe it's $10 a month, but that's like $120 after a year. That could be going to something much more valuable than just wasting money on something you don't use. Number 8 is to get your snacks in advance. Anybody else out there loves snacks? I am a huge snack person. I love snacks. And when you go on road trips or when you stop at a gas station, those prices for those things are like crazy. Like we were just in REI the other day and these little granola bars that we get at a local bargain market that we probably spend 10 cents on were $3.50. I was like, what? So we have like a bargain market, it's called Pops if you're local. And they have like the best snacks. There's a lot of like even organic things from like Trader Joe's and Sprouts there. And they are so cheap. So we will just stock up on snacks. When we go on a road trip, we'll literally take like a big bag of snacks. Even when we go like run errands in town or whatever, because sometimes you just get hungry and instead of going through a fast food restaurant or stopping at a gas station getting a bag of chips, like just bring your own snacks. It saves so much money. The 9th way that you can save money is to shop secondhand. I'm a huge thrifter. I love thrifting. If I need something in our house, for example, a new trash can, or I'm looking for like a little, what are those things called? Whisk. I need a new whisk. Instead of like going on Amazon or Target, which sometimes they're so expensive, I'll just write it down. When I go to a local thrift store, I'll look for it. Oftentimes they have it. And there's nothing wrong with shopping secondhand. Like, you're literally doing so good for your wallet and for the world. It's great. Additionally, almost like 95% of mine, my husband's, and my son's clothes all came from thrift stores. The few percent that weren't from thrift stores, I either bought from like a local shop or an online small business that I support. I just can't buy cheap clothes anymore. Where are those clothes coming from? A lot of them are coming from sweatshops, and I just can't support that. So I'd rather spend a lot more if I'm going to buy something new and get something that was like handmade and made from like more organic fabrics, because to me, I'd rather invest in things like that if I don't shop secondhand. Lastly, the way that you can save money is to make a budget. We have a budget. We have like a Google Doc that we will list our budgets for the month, and then I will literally put in there every single penny I spend. And it's categorized like household, baby supplies, groceries, personal items, giving, gifts, and it just helps my brain to know where my money is going. And that way I'm not like, oh my gosh, we spent however much money this month and I don't even know what it went toward. That way I can look back and see exactly where our money went, but challenge yourself a little bit more to take steps forward to making a budget and sticking with it. Those are the 10 things that you can do today to save money. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I hope you were inspired by this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram because we can be friends. I feel like I've been saying that in every one of my videos, and it's like, Taylor, what if people don't want to be friends with you? It's okay, you don't have to be my friend. But if you want to be my friend, we could be friends. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. Bye now.